What's good? It's your boy Beats by E with Finance Solutions. Coming at you with another quick little video. This one's more on like the technical analysis slash tutorial type vibe here. Like I said, I don't take any pleasure in delivering all this bearish news all the time. So, just trying to give you guys a little something different. All right. All right, so basically, this is the Apple chart from today. Missing an indicator, VWAP. I mean, if you're gonna have any indicators on your chart, you feel me? Like as far as day trading and stuff like that, I would advise you to not have too many indicators and all this craziness and lines on your chart. You feel me? And that's why I have like, you can't really see the lines on my chart that much. Like I could bring up the grid lines if I want, but it just looks too busy like this. So I'd rather, I mean, just back from my day trading days, like I don't really like to have the lines too prominent. You feel me? Because really, the less stuff you have on your chart, the better. And like I said, as far as day trading intraday, the only indicators that I really use are going to be, first of all, VWAP. And the most important indicator that you're going to want to have on your chart is the volume. All right. And then, after volume, I would say the second indicator, if you have to have another one, is going to be VWAP, which stands for volume weighted average price. And basically, what that line is it determines to me if the stock is bullish or bearish. So if you see the price action developing under VWAP, it's bearish. If it's over VWAP, it's bullish. And again, this is from a intraday perspective. Okay. And like I was explaining to you, VWAP, let me just make sure I do have that right. Yeah, volume weighted average price. All right. So that's basically telling you that if the price action and or the candles are developing above VWAP, that means, most of the volume or most of the trading, out of the millions of people that are trading Apple, most of those people that are trading are in the green, basically, like if you're bullish. So if the price action is developing above VWAP, it's typically bullish. If it's developing under VWAP, it's typically bearish. But just because the price action is developing under VWAP doesn't mean that, most traders are in the red, because again, you're going to have people out there that are short Apple. You feel me? So basically, if you're short Apple and the price action is developing under VWAP, you're in the green, or most of the people are in the green if they're short. Now, if you're long Apple and the price action is developing above VWAP, then those people would be in the green, or it would be bullish to them. You feel me? Now, just to kind of go over some of these other indicators that you see on my chart and why I have them on there is all right, so this red line right here is 120-day simple moving average. So it's 120-day SMA, and I use that to kind of basically tell me if the stock is kind of like, or kind of in an uptrend. Basically, if the price action is over the 120, then it's kind of in an uptrend and a bullish pattern, most of the time. And if it's underneath it, it's bearish. And you could see it right here. Look, the price action today was developing under this red SMA, the 120-day SMA. And as you can see, that chart is bearish. Okay. And, you can set the parameters of your moving averages. First of all, you have several types of moving averages. You have the simple moving average, and then you have the exponential. All right, but you can set the time frame, like the period, to whatever you want. You feel me? So, like I said, this red one is 120 day. That's why you see period 120. All right. Now, as far as VWAP, if you're going to use the VWAP, and especially if you're a beginner or just starting out and you're charting, I would definitely use the VWAP, and you want to leave VWAP on its default setting. All right. Now, as far as some of the other indicators that I have on my chart here, this purple line right here it's an exponential moving average, and it is a 9-day moving average. All right. And that kind of gives me like the sentiment of the stock as well. Because as you can see, look, when the price action crossed over VWAP, the 9, which is the 9 EMA, I also have a 10-day simple moving average on here as well. And those are the indicators that I use. I used to use like a lot more stuff, maybe like RSI or MACD, but I don't really use all those indicators anymore. Doesn't mean that you can't use them. And like I said, if you're a beginner, like in the beginner stages or just starting out, I would be looking into some of those other indicators, specifically RSI. And I'll give you an example of RSI. It's called Relative Strength Index. All right. And basically, what the RSI does is tells you if the stock is overbought or oversold. So when it comes up here to this top line right here, the 70, if your RSI is 70 or above or close to it, it kind of lets you know that the stock, when it's down here by the 30, on the 30 or under the 30, it's oversold. All right. So if your RSI is on the 30 or below it, it's oversold. If it's on the 70 or above it, it's typically overbought. And if you look at the chart and line it up, as you can see, when Apple ran up here and tried to go red to green, it hit that resistance. It was acting as resistance at that point. It hit it, the wick hit it, and it rejected and sold off hard. And this is a 10-minute chart. But look, this sell off, this nasty red candle right here, it coincides with the RSI being oversold. So you can kind of use that to, give you a feel for the direction of the stock and what price action may develop. But none of these indicators are going to be 100% all the time. And that's why sometimes it's good to use a few of them, so that way you put as much information together as possible to let you know if the stock is either bullish or bearish. And as you can see right here, it was oversold and then it started to run up, right? Had this nice green candle form. It crossed over our indicators here, and on the RSI, it wasn't oversold anymore. It was trying to go up. It's in the middle right here, but it crossed over all these indicators, and then you see the RSI going from oversold going up. Those are all elevating factors to the upside. So you have to use all these you don't have to use them, but if you're going to use multiple indicators, you want to use them in conjunction with each other to let you know whether they're giving you elevating factors for the price action of the stock or deprecating factors for the upcoming price action on the stock. I was just letting you guys know about the indicators that I have on my chart. And sometimes I don't even use this blue line right here. This is 10 SMA. So you got like the 120-day SMA. this is a 10-day SMA. Typically, when I see price action cross over the red 120-day SMA, which I also call my directional SMA, and the blue 10-day, it's typically in a bullish. The price action is typically bullish if you see them cross over both. But as you can see, it only crossed over the blue 10-day VWAP in the 9. It was never able to get over this red directional SMA and break out into an uptrend. So therefore, I knew it was still bearish.